The Keystone State. This is the Outside Gate with Steve Hall on the L4 Media Network. And for episode 85, Logan Leitzel, how are you?
Doing good, man. Just honestly just woke up like 30 minutes ago, so I'm still pretty tired, but I wanted to make this happen, so I'm here. I'm excited.
That's it, man. That's it. I see yesterday you were riding at Tomahawk. And
Yeah.
or was that the
Yeah.
day before? It was on your Insta pretty recently. I saw it that you were talking about that was some tough training there.
Yeah, it was yesterday. So I don't know what happened. I must not have had enough water, but like I got like super dehydrated yesterday, and like I've never felt so sick after riding. So that's actually when I texted you like, "Hey, we got to push it back," because I was like legit sick, dude. Like I was not well.
Really?
Even today, I woke up at like 4 a.m. like trying to chug water. Like, dude, I have never been.
Ooh, sorry, man. You just frozen up.
Oh, there you are. I got you now.
You got me. Yeah. Were you cramping?
Yeah, bad, dude. Like, I couldn't even move last night. Like, it was the next
Did you
level. Like, I literally thought I was
did
dying.
you get one of those cramps that wakes you up? That's the worst, man. Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I had woke up like kind of sick. So like I mean, I have like a pretty sore throat right now. So like I was kind of under the weather, and I still did like a pretty gnarly day yesterday with it being like the humidity and it was super
Mm.
hot out. And I think it just like, dude, it just drained me. And like I had to make a Jamie drive home my girlfriend because I was like, I can't do it. Like I can't even stand up right now. Like I need to like lay down.
That's it. That's it. So, whereabouts is Tomahawk, man? Like, what state is that in? So, where are you? Where are you at the moment?
I'm in Pennsylvania, but Tomahawk's in West Virginia. It's like an hour and 45-minute drive.
Okay.
Um, but I have been living in Illinois with Bubba Polly and the ISRT racing team. So that's actually where I'm heading after this podcast. I'm starting to drive to Illinois again, which is like 12
Yeah. Yeah.
hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool. And you grew up in Pennsylvania, though. Yeah, I got that right.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I originally was born in Texas, but like I pretty much spent my whole childhood in PA.
Okay. Okay. So I could have gone with the Lone Star State as well. Either would have worked.
Yeah, either would have worked.
That's it. That's it. That's something I like to do sometimes is look up the old state nicknames for you guys. Yeah. That's it, man. That's it. Hey, let's talk a bit about your season 25, man. Got a couple of highlights in there. Obviously,
Yeah,
you know, as you've made a couple of motocross, you know, in the motocross season. But yeah, I think probably the big one I'd love to talk about Foxborough, man. Like, yeah, tell us about Foxborough. So
yeah,
first 450 main and a top 10 at
yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, the my main event average is pretty dang good right now, so that's for sure. Um, so I didn't make it. Obviously, I didn't make it other main the rest of the year. So my average is still like ninth.
Yeah,
So that's why I kept showing up on the betting odds because the websites would just put me on there because my average would show like top 10. So it was pretty
yeah,
funny. But yeah, man, that night was crazy. I was pretty banged up going into that race. I had a pretty bad crash like Wednesday before Seattle, which Seattle was the
mm,
round before. So I didn't even think I was going to make the night show. Like dude, I couldn't even hang onto the bike in qualifying, like to even do a hot lap. Like, pretty sure I qualified like 37th, like
yeah,
barely made it. And yeah, man, I don't know, like like what really transpired in the races. I just like when that gate dropped, I was like, I knew I had to go for it if I wanted a chance, and I just put myself into like sixth or seventh, like pretty early, and then yeah, I kind of just let everything happen around me in the heat race. Like I'm not really known as a mud rider, but like that type of mud I'm good at. Like the like rolling, slow, like super thick and sticky. Like I'm pretty good at that stuff. But like when we had a high point where it was like
yeah,
slimy, I'm not good at that. Cause like everyone's still going like just as fast and hitting all the jumps, and where I'm like, whoa, like this is still a little
yeah,
gnarly.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know. I just let everything happen, and then the main event rolled around, And I was like so confident. I was like, dude, like I could do pretty good tonight because like I know that I'm good at this stuff. And I watched the 250 main and I seen like the results of that, and I'm like, okay, like I could do this. And yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I did. I got a decent start, and I never over like I didn't like you know what I mean, like ride over my head. Like I kind of just rode my pace the entire race, and then I let everyone kind of fall around me. Like Malcolm Stewart would like pass me, fall over, and like stuff like that. Like people were just constantly like
Yeah.
crashing. So I eventually just came across the line in 10th, and then they docked Justin Cooper, which got me ninth. Yeah, that was crazy. At this point though, like I was like, all I wanted to do was make it in the dry, and I didn't make it happen afterwards. Like the 450 class is so gnarly, dude. So, but I've made a lot of progress since even Foxborough, so I'm excited for even next year.
That's the way. Do you have plans like anything locked down for next year? Same team, like Bubba's team?
I don't
You're
really know, to be honest.
not sure?
Well, like it's kind of funny. Like I don't even really have anything right now. Like I'm just kind of like living at their shop and like racing. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't even have a
Yeah.
contract or anything right now. I don't like they're kind of like they're willing to help me and like support me. So I was like, you know what? Like I'll do it. Like I'll go race outdoors. Like you know what I mean? Like try because I've never really done it. I've only
Yeah.
ever tried for like three and never qualified. And to this day, I've still yet to ever qualify because Thunder Valley I got fifth in the LCQ, got as an alternate, and they got 27th. And then High Point, same thing, fifth in the LCQ. So I'm like, dude, um, oh my gosh, outdoors is just so different, man. Like it's hard, it's different.
Yeah. Growing up, did you do a lot of like arena cross and stuff like that? Is that sort of where I know sort of in those sort of well, you're not really a north, so you're kind of a northern state. You get snow and that in the winter time, yeah, yeah,
Oh
Pennsylvania,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
you do like indoor arena cross that sort of thing. Did you do a bit of that?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I grew up riding in like arenas and doing
Yeah,
like oh, like I'd have to drive like 5 hours. The first time I ever went to go ride like a local, like I guess arena tractor in the winter. I mean, dude, it's like space heaters are in there. Like it's so cold. We drove 5 hours, dude, and I'm on 125. Bike cut out over a double. I came up short, snapped my tib fib, broke my foot. Like second lap. Like we
yeah,
drove 5 hours, and I remember being in the hospital and my dad wasn't there. So my dad had to drive 5 hours, pick me up, and then he like laid me in the back of like this Jeep, dude. I had like casts, like two casts up to my thighs. Like it was so uncomfortable. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, yeah, cool. But I guess in the winter time there, man, that's all you can do. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, especially here. I mean it's been like a little bit different as of late. Like the Tomahawk, for example, like you can honestly ride there like I guess whenever he wants to open, like if it's like 20 degrees, but it's like not snowing, like he can usually make it happen. Like don't get me wrong, the
yeah,
track is tough, dude, but like you can usually ride there. Um, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, like depending on the winter we have, like you have to go to an arena if you want to try and ride.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I suppose that gave you a bit of grounding for Supercross, though. Yeah, so that's why
Oh yeah.
is that kind of why you prefer Supercross nowadays, or you feel a bit more suited to it?
Yeah, I think my thing is like with outdoors, I feel like outdoors like and this is no disrespect to like anyone that races outdoors, but like I feel like it's Supercross, you need to have like a lot more talent on a dirt bike to be good at Supercross. Whereas outdoors, you don't necessarily need to be as talented. You need to just be more ballsy. Like, you know what I mean? Like these guys are just wicked. Like, and that is no disrespect to dudes that like are good outdoors and that can't do Supercross because
Yeah,
either way, if you could beat me, then so be it. Like you're good.
yeah,
So, but yeah, that's kind of like my mindset on it. Whereas like I never really trained like super hard until like, man, maybe like 2 years ago with Brandon Hartraft. I finally started like
oh
training
yeah,
and like
yep,
taking it serious.
yep,
And yeah, like that's kind of what I noticed was like when I go to do outdoors, it's like I'm in shape. Like Thunder Valley showed that. Like I can't even make the motos, but yeah, in the motos I get 20. I'm 25th with 2 to go, and then I had a bike issue, but like I could do it in the motos because I'm in shape,
Mm.
but I don't have the mindset or like I guess the ballsiness in qualifying yet, and I'm getting there, but like it's just not there yet. Where in Supercross, dude, I could throw a lap down and like make the night show like no problem. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Um, I always like to every guest, man. I love to dig into the story of you you know falling in love with dirt bikes, man. What was that? How was that for you? You know, your first bike, the first, you know, you saw your friend's bike, you saw one in a shop, like, you know,
Yeah.
or did dad ride? Like, how did it start for you?
It's actually kind of funny because like the origin story is kind of weird. Like my dad rode. He was not really that good. Like he was a sea rider, but like
Mm.
he rode. He had me on a dirt bike at 2 years old. Like I remember like being on a dirt bike, and then I was a really good like 50 rider, like factory Cobra, like literally just like looking right now in my room, like I see the statue from Loretta's, like from the 50 class. Like I
Yeah.
did it all as a 50 kid. And then my parents split up when I got on the 60s. So actually, the Cobra, I helped make that Cobra 65. Like that's your boy. Like when I
Really?
was a
Yeah.
kid, dude. Yeah, I lived in Michigan at the factory, and I helped develop that bike. And I'm not saying I did a good job, but I did the best I could. I was 9 years old. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but no, my parents split up, so I actually didn't ride a dirt bike, or I didn't, excuse me, I rode a pit bike. I would always ride a 110, like I had like a little like pit bike track, and I'd always have my buddies over, and like I think that's what like kept the spark alive, you know what I mean? Because I didn't
Yeah.
actually have a real dirt bike at the time. Like I had
Yeah.
it was like 5 years, dude. Like I didn't have a real dirt bike. I just had a 110 pit bike. Parents were split up, you know how that goes, and it just kept the spark alive. Like I'd always ride my buddies who like raced, and like I was always so much better than them. Like from like a talent standpoint, I guess. Like we could ride a pit bike, and I was just like I could do stuff they could never do. And then this guy that like always watched me like as a kid, like randomly one day was like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy you a dirt bike, and we're gonna like I'll help you." Like you know what I mean? And I'd say like the spark that like really was like I fell in love with it was like those days riding my backyard like on a pit bike with like my friends. Cause that like, dude, if it rained out, I would get so excited. Like I'd go out there and just ride in the mud, dude. Just you know what I mean? Just having a blast, just tearing up my yard. And like my grandma yelling at me and just going to town, dude. Like that's definitely where I fell in love with the sport.
Nice. Nice. So when did you get back into like what size bike? What the guy that bought you a bike? What was the bike?
KTM 105, dude. Super mini.
Okay, Super Mini. Yep. Yep.
Yep, it was a 2000 ooh, it was the old style KTM. Like it was like the goofy style looking KTM you remember back in the day.
Yeah. There was
Like
a few goofy years. Yeah. So,
yeah, like that was the old style KTM, and I remember we had so many issues with the bike, like because he was a mechanic, but like he wasn't like a factory mechanic by any means, but he was pretty good at working on bikes. I remember we always would have issues with like the rear brake. I remember constantly the rear brake would lock up and like just stupid stuff. So it wasn't long after my next bike, like the bike that I trained on for years, was an '04 YZ 250, like like one of the first years they made four strokes, and dude, that thing was insane. I'll never forget like training on that bike. Like I'd show up to like this is 2000 and probably 15, and I'm on an '04 YZ 250, and
yeah.
I would like win my local races like in B class like on this bike, and dude, it was funny. Like I just people would look at me and like laugh, and then I'd win, and they're like, dang, you know what I mean? So it was
Yeah.
pretty cool, but yeah, that's kind of where everything started. And then I rode a 125, and we started trying to do the whole Loretta's thing, and never made it. Like never made Loretta's until I was A class. So all these kids that never make Loretta's, dude, don't give up because I sucked my entire amateur career. Like I didn't get good until I went pro. Like
Yeah.
straight
Yeah.
up.
So yeah, it certainly shows that you never gave up, man. Like you still always believed that you could do it, man.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like there's been so many highs and lows, you know what I mean? But like I never took dirt bike serious, right? Like that's like one thing I've always preached, like in all these like anytime I talk to people, like dirt bikes to me was never like my dream. Like I never cared to race dirt bikes until like until like now, like until like last year, like when I became like an adult, and I'm like, dang, because like I worked a normal job, like I went and worked installation. I even have a job now, and like doing the normal 9 to 5 stuff, like just made me like hungrier to like want to race dirt bikes and like be better. So yeah, like I didn't take dirt bikes serious, like for the first time until probably I would say last year, like the beginning of last year though, so like almost 2 years ago now. And that's when I realized that like I was actually pretty good on a dirt bike. And don't get me wrong, like I had these moments where like in qualifying, I remember I'd qualify like pretty good. You know what I mean? Like but I was so out of shape. I couldn't hang on for a heat
Okay,
race. Like
yeah,
no
yeah,
way. Like I never believed I could ever make a main event because I was so out of shape. Like couldn't do it. Um, but I reached out to Brandon Hartraft like right away, like as soon as he started the
mm,
Alpha Dynamics. And yeah, I mean that next year I made 2 mains, which is like okay, like whatever, but like you're talking from a standpoint from a guy that like was never even close. Like the best LCQ finish was
yeah.
like ninth. So for me to make 2 mains and one out of a heat race, like that was pretty cool. And so I was gonna race 250 this year, and like I think I would have done pretty well in 250 class. But then this opportunity came up to do 450 class, and I just couldn't
Yeah,
pass it
yeah.
up.
So did Bubba reached out to you to give you the opportunity, or did you reach out to him?
Yeah. So I don't even know how it all started. So I I actually was like really not planning on racing like that much this year because I didn't really have any support, and like I was like kind of overspending like
Mm.
this much money. So I actually like made a whole Instagram post saying I was retiring, like straight up. I made a whole post saying I was retired, and I had to delete the caption because now I ended up racing the most I ever had. So um, he reached out. I remember exactly when he reached out and what I was doing. I had just left a Victory Sports Arena Cross race, which is like a big local like indoor series in the
Mm.
Carolinas, and I go there and I would race Friday, Saturday, and hopefully win like every main event. There's 300 a main to win. So like I would go there and just grind, dude, to win these main events. And we leave. I was leaving. We were at a Chinese buffet, and I was with my girlfriend, and I just sat up to go get dessert, like literally just to go to get dessert, because like I was vibing. You know what I mean? I didn't really care. And I get a text from Bubba saying, "Hey man, can you race a 450?" And I'm like, "What does he mean by this? Like, what's going on?" So because I didn't know Freddie had gotten hurt, like I had no idea. I
Mm.
hadn't watched the race, and so a couple days went by, and he's like, "Hey, come to Florida and ride the bike." And I'm like, "Dang, like this is happening." And it was really cool because a lot of it started because we used the
Mm.
same dealership, and so we had a connection there. But like it's funny that I'm still riding like for them because like this was never supposed to go this far. Like this was supposed to be like a 2 race deal. Next thing you know, all the Supercross. Next thing you know, I'm just like living in a little loft above the garage and like showing them that like I have the heart and like I'm working my butt off. To next thing you know, me and my girlfriend are looking for houses in Illinois. Like everything just happened so fast, and so it was pretty crazy. Everything that happened.
Mm. It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy that you decided to get serious and train with Brandon, and then if
Yeah.
then an opportunity comes and that sort of thing. Sometimes it's kind of got the vibes to me like things are happening for a reason, So I'm a big believer in
Yeah.
that sort of thing. That's the go. Um, so it what like the Pennsylvania junior scene? What was that like? Tell me about that. Like, was there? Is it? Is
Dude,
it? It
it's
is good, is
good.
it? Yep.
Yeah, it's good. Like you can you interviewed Jamie, right? Like I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you
yeah,
talked to her
yeah,
before.
yeah. While ago,
So
yeah, a
like
fair while ago. Yeah.
yeah, so we grew up racing each
Okay.
other
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in our
Cool.
series. And You know, obviously I would smoke her, but you know, and she's giving me side eye right now. She's in the room, so. But no, no. So we have a couple series. It's we have MDRA, which is Mason Dixon Racing Association, which I know you're in Australia, but the Mason Dixon is like the state line between Maryland and
Okay. Yeah.
Pennsylvania, and we have like a whole association like between those two states. I think it goes to West Virginia now. I think they kind of just it doesn't really matter, but and then we have this other we have a bunch of like district series. Like we have like District 6, District 2 I think is a bit farther, but we have all these like different series. We have the series called Mama, and like all these series in their own are like good at something, right? Like, but like granted, as an A rider, like it's not that good. Like you don't really like there's like really no money. But as a kid growing up, and even to this day, like even like racing, like any of the vet classes or anything like that, dude, everyone's good. Like if I were to go right now to a local race, like on a Sunday, dude, like at a track 20 minutes away in A class, like I'm having to fight, dude,
Mm.
for a win. Like I'm having to fight. Like I can't just go there and smoke them because everyone around here is like pretty solid. Like you have Barry Karsten who like does all the vet classes, sweeps
Yeah.
vet classes. You have his
Yeah.
kid Corey that's always there. Bryce Shelley
Oh,
lives
yeah.
around here. Ricky Renna now, like he was in the motos this past weekend. Like all these, like dude, I bet you, if you look at the results from this past weekend at High Point, 7 of those dudes in that 450 moto, just the 450 class, not even including 250. 7 of those guys are like locals, like they race the local stuff
Yeah.
around here. So it's deep around here. Like I bet you it's heavier here than
Yeah.
anywhere
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. That's cool, man. Because I didn't realize that. Yeah. It's I guess Australia. We obviously know California's strong for moto. Texas, Florida, and and then like
Yeah.
your northeast. Your Southwick crew. Like what is it, NESC and all that. But
I
yeah.
think I think what the difference is up here is because there's so many bordering states. You know what I mean? Like when you go to California, it's
Yeah.
just California, right? Whereas like you go to Florida, you might get a couple people from a different state or two, but in Pennsylvania slash Maryland slash West Virginia slash Virginia slash Delaware, New Jersey, New York, we have all these
Yeah.
bordering states within like 4 hours. So like there's so many
Yeah.
people in the Northeast that like it's sick. And like the cool thing about living here is that like we have these pro-ams, like big money race. Well, I don't know, I shouldn't say big money, but like decent
Yeah.
purse, like 10 grand, but like
Yeah.
obviously they split it up. And like it's crazy because like I'll go like guys out in the West Coast like don't
Mm.
even know what that is. Like besides the Glen Helen Stopwatch National, like they don't have those type of races. Dude, during the fall, we'll have those races every weekend. Like there's a stretch where there's like a 2 month stretch. I'd say like 6 races, 7 races where like I'll bring home like $15 to $2,000 a
Nice.
weekend, like
Yeah.
just racing, and
Yeah.
I don't even win. Like I'm getting like third, fourth. Like I'm always like I've never won a pro am. I've gotten second so many times to Bryce Shelley or Ricky Randanella, dude. They always get
Yeah.
me at these races. And but yeah, like the scene is good here. Like I enjoyed a
Yeah, yeah.
bunch.
I guess there's just such a big population in that part of the states, isn't there? Just huge
Oh
population.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. It's crazy for me to think about that. That's for sure, man. Like the whole of Australia has a population about the same as Texas. So there you
That's crazy.
go. Yeah,
That's crazy. I was thinking about that too. Like, I feel like it's gotta like, no offense, but it kind of gotta like suck for you guys because like I look at like, well, like I'd always look at California and be like, dang, like that sucks. Like they literally have like a couple races like a year or whatever, and like they're at the same track. It's
mm,
at Fox Raceway. Like they have like
yeah,
nothing else, and like the scene there is so like overpopulated, and it's just such a whole thing. Whereas like I follow like a lot of guys from
yeah,
Australia, like um, Kirk. I remember when Kirk Gibbs, like when he was racing, and like I follow like Dan Reardon, like a bunch of those guys, and he would always like they would always post like them doing like NSW state
yeah,
championship or something like that, or I don't know who it was
yeah,
for sure, but like I remember them doing like these state championships, and like I mean I guess for you guys like a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
deal, right? Like those
That's a
races are
state
pretty big.
championship. So yeah, like all the states have a state championship, and yeah, so we have the nationals. Then each state has a state championship, and then each state has regions within the state. So yeah, that's kind of how
Yeah.
it works.
How many? What's like the moto scene like from like a track standpoint there? Like I guess like I don't know. I don't really know Australia
Yeah,
that well, but like if I don't know, I don't know
yeah,
wherever
yeah.
you're
It's
from. All
it's
right, so like
limited,
what do you
man. It
like?
is limited. Yeah, it is limited. I guess for kids, for juniors, it's not too bad. It's pretty good most parts of Australia for kids, but like national caliber tracks,
Yeah,
it's few and far between. Like we have an eight
yeah,
round national series, and we probably couldn't have more than like a. We could probably find 12 tracks if we really tried. That were
yeah,
able to hold a national, because like our nationals are pretty good. Like they're probably comparable, or I'd say a bit little better, but probably comparable for rider standards to the Canadian series. But I think
yeah.
probably
Oh, you
our
guys are for
our
sure
track,
better. Like I ain't trying to
yeah,
disrespect Canada,
our
but like you guys are
tracks
better.
and the setup and the way we run the series. Look, yeah, I'll watch the Canadian on I watch it, and I think ours is a bit better as far as that goes. But rider quality, like
Yeah,
our top riders are probably similar to like your Dylan Wrights and your Jeff Pettis and that sort of thing. Uh,
yeah, yeah. You guys got a good scene there, dude. Like because I keep up to date with the
yeah,
Australian stuff all the time. I've tried for years to come over and race. Like I've been wanting to get a deal. I've talked to Empire Kawasaki. I talked to this one other team. I can't remember. Like I've talked to so many teams, and like just nothing's ever happened. But your guys' Supercross series is
yeah,
legit
yeah.
though. You guys have a pretty
It
legit
is
Supercross
now, man.
series.
Yeah, yeah. It's only recent time. Like, well, it's been good in the past, and then it got pretty bad, to be honest. But
Yeah,
the current promoters, there's new promoters that have been in it for 3 years now, I think. Really, they're
Ugh.
doing a great job. Doing a great job. They really are. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah. Well, dude, that's a bucket list for me to come over and race a national, like for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Like definitely not a sandy track by any means because I don't like sand whatsoever. But like, give me like a hard packed track, nice and rutted, dude. I think I could do all right. Like I'm not beating like Jed Beaton or
Yeah.
anything, but like I think I could do all
That's the
right.
way. Yeah, you got to make it happen, man. Yeah, keep annoying those teams you've been talking to, man. That's it.
Well, if you got any connections, all right. If whenever, let's say I'm not on Bubba's team, because right now, no
Yeah,
way I couldn't go. But maybe a couple years from now, if
yeah, man.
something's changed, and I'm like, hey, dude, somebody got hurt, you'd be like, I know a guy,
No
dude.
worries, man. I will do. I do know a fair few people, man. So yeah, that's it. Hey, dude, I love to find out about people's numbers, man. Where did 208 come from? Is there a special thing to that, or is it
Oh,
just
phew.
sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it's just, oh, that was just what we got when I was a kid and I stuck with it. Or is there a cool story?
No, well, not really. So 201 was my number. So 201 was the number I
Okay.
grew up with. That was the number I raced
Yeah.
with. Like that was my
Yeah.
number for everything. Well, as soon as I turned pro, believe it or not, dude, Cedric Subaros had 201, and I couldn't get the
Yeah.
number from him. So I had to go with the next available, which was 208, and I've
Yeah.
never changed because Subaros held 201 for a couple years. And I actually noticed that this past, I didn't even realize. I think Enzo Timmerman's running
Okay.
201. I
Yeah.
think it's maybe you would know better than I do. But someone's running 201 this year, and I didn't even think about it that like Subaru hasn't been over here. Like I could have grabbed it this year, and I didn't. I just
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
And so now someone else is running it. But yeah. So 208 was like the next number available at the time. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I could have ended up with 02, 03, 04, 05, but 08 was just the first one. So I just stuck with it, and it just always made it easier for graphics and stuff. And now it's my career number in Canada because like I had 20 and I like gave it up for another
Yeah.
Canadian, and so I was like, hey, I want a career number still. Like I earned it. And they were like, they gave me 208 and I was like, sweet. Like I'm cool with that.
Yeah, cool. What years did you do Canada? Did you do the Canadian series?
20 2020, so COVID, and 21. 21 was not good. I had gotten a factory ride, well, Canadian factory ride, and like just sucked. Like, dude, that was like when I thought my career was done. You know what I mean? Like I had gotten like this chance opportunity and like just blew it. And so I did it. So I think I did 2 races that entire year, and then what year did I go back? It was 22. I think I went back in 22. Now, granted, I've done a like one singular race up there at least the last like every year since like COVID. But like 22 was the year that I went up there. That was Jamie's first year, so it was like that was kind of like a whole thing. Like she wanted me to come up there and like be with her, and so I was like, all right, whatever. And I remember I trained like that at the time, like the hardest I had because I wanted to prove to like everybody in Canada that like I wasn't this guy that like you know what I mean just sucks like and just gave up and rolled over. And I actually did pretty well. Like I think I got like 6th the first race I did, which at the time was like sick for me. And then I ended up getting like a 5th. And I did actually all right. And then I went back. I've went back and done one race every year since, but I've never done good because I'd always come off the couch and like it just wasn't pretty.
Are you going to do one this year?
Probably not because doing this whole thing with the AMA, like they want me to do AMA, so I doubt it because it's their bikes. Like I don't even the only bike I own is like a 250, and I tried the whole 250 thing last year. It did not go well. Like I'm a pretty big dude, so for me to like run the pace in the 250 class. Granted, I did it at Millville last year. Don't know how. I don't know what got into me that day, but it's tough for me to do a 250 outdoors. Like I'm just too big.
You're tall, man. How tall are you?
So I'm 6'2", 6'2", like 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So like when I was racing 250 class, like dude, I was probably the heaviest dude out there, especially on a non-factory bike. You kidding me?
Yeah, for sure on a 250. Then yeah. Because they're even, they're always talking about Marchbanks, like, and he's
and he was lighter than me.
I think they say he's about 190, and they're talking about how well he's doing, how fast that damn PC bike must be to get him some starts at 190. So it's crazy, man. So what is your day job, man? Tell us about your day job. What's that? What are you doing?
So it's do you know what like water jet machine is? Like laser cutting and stuff like that?
Yep.
Okay, so like all I do is I sell like the consumables and the parts for those machines. I work for like a big company, and my boss is like super, super cool, like with racing. Like he actually said like racing first, job second. So like he's super cool about it. Like especially like in a week like this, like where I'm back home, I don't even have really any access to working, and like he's okay with that in a way. Like he's super nice and like just lets me kind of live my life. But what's great about it is like when I'm like settling down and like especially like who knows how long I'll race for, I never know, right? So at least I have a backup plan. At least I have something that's there and I can make money. And and I don't know if I necessarily like love what I do because it is a whole different world. Like all I know is a moto, right? But I mean, I don't mind it. So it would be it's a good backup plan for now.
How did you get onto that? Like, is the boss, is he a moto fan and is that how it worked?
Yeah, so he's so I actually became friends with his son. We played video games together, and we met online, like played video games, and then I ended up meeting his dad. And like from years of knowing his son, like I ended up getting a lot closer with the family. And then eventually I was in California one day and I went riding with his dad. And he goes, and I was telling him like when we were there, I'm like, dude, like I have no money. Like I'm literally having to DoorDash to afford track fees in California. And he was like, well, give me a shout whenever you have some free time. We'll train you up and get you a job. And so that's exactly what happened. I ended up later that year, I ended up crashing, hurting myself. And I'm pretty sure like it wasn't more than a week later, I was in Chicago, Illinois, like in a leg brace, like doing at a conference, like learning all about this. So it happened quick, and I'm glad I did it because now it's like I'm trained up to do it, and like I know I'm not like super technical about it, but like I know enough to be able to sell.
Yeah. Cool, man. It's cool how I love how things like that work. Like your riding buddies, dad, helps you out and that sort of
Hmm.
thing because he's a moto fan, man. It's just part of that how the moto world looks after each other, man.
Oh yeah.
It is. It's a very cool thing, man. Very, very cool. And I've got to ask you, man, what do you think about the WMX series? Hey, that's
Oh my
so
gosh.
obviously for listeners that aren't across it. So Logan's better half is Jamie Estudillo, who is one of the WMX stars. So what do you think about it, man? I think it's really cool what's happening this year. I
Yeah.
thought it was awesome to get that race on the TV. That was
Yeah.
really cool, even though they only got one moto. It was kind of like, yeah, but that was really cool. And like
Oh
I
yeah.
know there was a lot of positivity from people who watched it on TV as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously her ears would be perking up right now if she could hear you. But I think it's sick. I mean, since we've been together, it's actually quite funny. Like when we started dating, there was like nothing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like can't
yeah,
we had to go to Canada for her to like even race like a legit series. And
mm,
she got curb stomped the first 2 years up in Canada. So that was annoying. But she kept training, kept working at it, and then she was kept telling me how like there was some stuff behind the scenes happening in America, and I was like kind of like whatever. Like I didn't really believe anything about it. Like I didn't think it was actually going to happen. Especially after last year, like the way they did it last year, it was like so disorganized with like they were racing at like amateur nationals and like a WMX round would be like on a Friday, but like the real race was on Saturday. Like it was, dude, it was so messed up. And so I was like, there's no way that this series is going to take off. Like MX Sports is already over it. Like they can barely handle us pro riders and pay us on time, let alone take a whole nother series. But Christina Denny is like really pushing, I guess, the WMX series,
yeah,
and like they have done a great thing. Like it's awesome to see like them get some recognition. Like even if it is like the top five girls that get shown on TV or whatever. But like even just them as a whole, like even getting a race on Peacock, like I'm sure for them it was
yeah,
so cool. Like and like even for the girls that like maybe aren't as fast as like Jamie and stuff, like are in the back of the pack, like I guarantee you, like they're stoked
yeah.
to like watch themselves like on the starting gate, like go off on TV. Like that's cool. So yeah, I think it's really cool that the women's sports, even as a whole, like in the last couple of years, has like really taken off. Like especially like the WNBA, dude, like has blown up the last few
Has
years.
it?
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Because
wild.
like we don't
Oh,
hear
dude.
we don't hear heaps about it. I guess here like we when Lauren Jackson, I'm a big fan of Lauren Jackson. When she was like the best WNBA player in the world, we used to
Mhm.
you'd always know how she was going over there, and there's been lots of other girls go there as well, but particularly when she's probably one of our greatest ever Aussie athletes, in my opinion,
Yeah.
anyway. And so we used to hear about it there, but yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, very very, very good. Now, I reckon it's a great thing. We have a good WMX series here in Australia, so it's good.
Yeah,
That
I've seen that. That's pretty cool. Which I mean, so how does that work this year? Someone else new's gonna win because Charlie's over here?
no, no. Charlie's flying back and forth, and yeah, so yeah,
Jeez, dude.
it actually it all works out for her to be able to do all of both series, which is just
Wow.
it's just luck. So yeah, Charlie's she's very dominant here. The few girls, the next sort of 3-4 girls are all very good as well, but she's just like
Mhm.
another level. So yeah,
I was surprised. I was surprised she hasn't been as like dominant here. Like I was kind of like I've seen her in Australia, which obviously it's a little bit different. Like we have a bit deeper field here, but like she's yet to even get a win. And I'm like, I know she's been hurt, but like
yeah,
I mean, that Lachlan girl's fast,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah,
wish I'm hoping to get Jamie a little bit closer to that group, but yeah, I'm trying my best.
that's it. That's it. Very good, man. Very good. Righto. It's time for an ad read. Guts Racing, gutsracing.com. That's a real easy website to remember. You guys know that Guts makes seat covers. They also make complete seats, seat bases, seat foam, including the ultralight seat foam, custom seats with wide wings, with bumps, 2 tall seat options, Velcro fitment covers, the optional ballistic material, covers for ATVs, covers for Cirons, and an incredible range of colours. If you can think it, they will have it. As used by Ken Roxon, Jed Beaton, Malcolm Stewart, Luke Clout, Kai de Wolf, and our guy Scott Meshy, who says they are a butt gripper and they will make you a ripper. And get yours at gutsracing.com. That's a real easy website to remember. gutsracing.com. Dude, I got a few other sort of different questions for you, man. What's your perfect track, man? So you roll up and you look at a track and it's just like, this is a Logan track. This is exactly what I love. It couldn't be any better. What does that track look like?
Dude, that's actually a really good question. Wow, that's a really good question. I would probably say, like, I'm trying to give you like an example of like a track. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to give you like, I honestly, I'd probably say like a Unadilla, because like I really like the like smoother tracks. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not really into like super rough. So like if I were to show up, I'm not saying Unadilla like 4 o'clock p.m., but like Unadilla 8 a.m. when the track's like pretty fresh,
Yeah.
and like there's like just the tiny little ruts. Like I've always been good at that stuff. Like the skinny like little ruts, I've always been pretty good at. So I'd probably say Dilla. Like I'm actually looking forward to Unadilla. I've only ever tried to race there once in like 2019. So like, I'd probably say that because I don't like sand. So like, I don't like burn blasting or anything like that.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. So a perfectly prepped Unadilla. Yeah. That's it. I think just about anyone.
Or a perfectly prepped supercross track too, like with fresh whoops, dude. Like nobody else is riding.
Yeah. Fresh whoops. No big cups and ruts in them yet. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's some pretty different questions now. Moto guys usually, you're pretty fearless, man. To ride Supercross, you're pretty fearless. But what are you scared of, man? What else?
That's a great question. Honestly, this year, well, like pretty much my whole life in Supercross, my fear has been tripling with ruts. I don't know why. Like, dude, I could be so dang good if I would just like break out of that habit. But like this year, like especially like there were so many races. Like, dude, there was races I qualified 24th, 25th, and I doubled the entire main rhythm section. Like, didn't triple it. And I get so frustrated myself, but like the ruts, like I guess it's like almost like the G outs, like what is what freaks me out. Like because I'm always so scared to go over the bars. You know what I mean? Like that going over the bars
Yeah,
feeling is like the absolute worst case scenario, especially in a
yeah,
supercross track. So it's like that freaks me out so bad to just you know what I mean? Like hit that jump and just go and over the bars. So I'm trying to get better at it because it's like at a certain point, like I need to just finally go out and do it. Like, okay, like there might be some jumps that's like whatever, like that triple in Indianapolis, like on after the start straight was like one of those jumps, like okay, like whatever. Like Joey Savatgy found out real quick what happened. Like he went
yeah,
straight over the bars. And so yeah, like stuff like that I get, but like there was some jumps that were like pretty easy, like I wouldn't do. So I think I'm better now. I'm in a lot better shape. I'm a lot stronger. So it's like, I think that's going to help a lot too. Cause like, I don't think I was as
yeah,
strong to do that stuff where I was like more or less trying to like just rely on like natural talent in a way. But like I'd feel so weak on the 450 trying to do something, and then like I wouldn't do it. So I believe I'm going to be a lot better next year for sure if I'm like still doing this full time.
Cool, man. Cool. I like it. Um, Dude, I've noticed on your Instagram, man. Every guest, I always have a quick look at your Instagram just to, see if there's anything that I didn't already know. And I know one
Hmm.
thing I noticed, man. A lot of good music choices on there, man. Is that you? Is who's where the like there's Alice in Chains, Rage Against the Machine, like there's some you're right in
Yeah,
my era there, man. Like, is that your own choice?
yeah, dude. That's
Nice,
all me, dude.
nice.
Yeah, I'm a rock dude. Our team manager is like a heavy rock dude. We actually we just went to a concert the other day. We went and saw Gideon. If you know
Yeah.
who that is, pretty heavy. Like it's pretty heavy. And I actually met the lead singer of Gideon. Like, dude was awesome. Like, yeah, I'm a pretty big into rock. I like the old school rock. I mean, like you said, Rage Against the Machine, Seether. One of the dudes that I actually ride with is like he manages the band
Okay. Yeah,
Seether and
yeah,
Alice in Chains. So it's like it's pretty cool because like we're friends, and so like he's like one of the
yeah.
managers for them. And yeah, dude, it's kind of like a thing that I do after each weekend recap because like the team makes me post. If I wasn't on the team, dude, I would
Yeah,
never post. Like I'm not big into
yeah.
like posting on Instagram, but like if you look at my Instagram the past like 2 months, there's some goofy stuff on there because they make me post it. Um, but yeah, every time I make a post for like a weekend recap, I always do a
Yeah.
rock song.
Nice, man. I like it. And it like did you is that how did you get into that music, because like those songs are like what year were you born, man? Like when yeah, so these
2000.
songs are like, 10 years before then. So yeah. Is that your parents that got you into that music, or did you find it yourself, you know?
So my dad was a rock guy. Like he was a rock guy. And then like honestly, Jerry Robin, I think was a
Okay,
big
yeah.
part of it. Like once I started hanging out with Jerry in like 2016, like when we became friends, he was like listening to all this stuff, and like I ended up like honestly getting really into it. And then I started finding like all the songs from like MXS ATV
Oh yeah,
Unleashed, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like all
yeah.
the OG songs. And I'm like, yes, sir. Like this is what I like, dude. Like I like this. So I just over the years of like growing more and more into rock. Granted, like I go in my phases, right? Like I have my like club EDM phase. I have
Yeah,
my
yeah.
rap hip hop playlist. But the rock playlist is always like the staple. Like that's probably where I go first. But if I'm over rock for the day, then I'll usually go to club music. I don't know. I like the club music, and then rap's like my last
Do
option.
you listen to music on race day?
It varies. I've tried like I'm still one of those guys that's like yet to really figure out like what works best for me type deal. Like I've tried the music thing, and I've tried being like super serious, and then like I'll crash right away. Like I don't know, like I have to be loose, dude. Like, and the team was like giving me crap about it this weekend. Like they're like, because I was making small talk and staging and laughing, but like I'm a very like outgoing dude, so like I don't know, like I like cracking jokes and like taking, having fun with it. But then I'm trying to be more serious. But then anytime I'm more serious, I feel like I do worse. So it's like I'm trying to find like that like middle ground where I can just lock in. So I don't know. Maybe we'll try headphones this weekend because I tried headphones at Thunder Valley and then I crashed
Yeah.
immediately. So we'll see.
It's an interesting thing that, everybody's so different with what they need, their mindset on the line,
Hmm.
Some people need to be chilled. Some people are better if they're angry, like so, it's like, they
Yeah.
want their girlfriend or their dad or something to piss them off so that they get angry.
I
It's
mean,
funny.
Jamie pisses me off quite a bit. So I mean, I try.
There you go. That she's got to go. She's got to go all like Ali Reed on you just before the before
Oh
the
my
start. Right?
gosh.
That
Don't even,
that worked
dude.
for
Ellie
that
Reed is
worked
a
for Chad.
character, man.
She ripped shit through Chad, and he'd go out there and kick ass. Yeah, that's that's it, man. Um, on the music, man. I'll ask you another music question because I like what you're saying. So if you could time travel to a concert, any time point in history, who would you want to go back and see?
Oh, easy. Disturbed.
Disturbed. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, easy. Easy.
are you talking like when they first hit the big time, or when they were still like
Well,
starting out, or what? Yeah,
okay, if you want to get like
yeah,
super technical here, like because like now you can't
yeah.
go see him, obviously,
Oh,
Pantera.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so maybe that. But like Disturbed, like, dude, I cannot imagine like prime Disturbed, like down with the sickness. Oh my gosh. I feel like that'd be so
Yeah,
sick,
yeah.
dude.
Ah, nice, man. Nice.
I can only imagine how insane that would be, like just da 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 da. Oh, that'd be sick.
Nice, man. Um, what other skill would you? Or no, actually, two parts. So, what other skills do you have that has nothing to do with moto, and what other skills would you like to have?
Okay, so that's actually a really easy question for me. So skills that I have, really good at MX Simulator, if you've ever heard of
Yeah.
that. Um, I'm kind of like known as like the sim
Okay.
guy because I've won the championship. I'm the winningest 250 rider all time in outdoors. Like it's a
Okay.
whole thing. Like a lot of people know me from
Yeah.
that video game. So I'm very good at video games because when I told you my parents were divorced, I played a lot of video games, dude. I was
Yeah.
a fat little kid. Um, so I got really good at video games, but a skill that I would love to have, dude, I would give my pinky, I would give a finger to be able to play tennis as good as some of the
Really?
pros.
Tennis? That you
Dude,
do?
I
Yeah.
love
Do
tennis.
you?
I
Do
love
you?
tennis.
So you play it
Yeah.
recreationally? Like,
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I love tennis. I watch it all the time. Like, dude, it's like the only sport that like I can watch and like have absolutely no like emotion to the game, but like I will literally just enjoy how insanely good these players are. Like just the shots, the points. Like I've even taken Jamie to a tennis tournament. Like yeah, I'm all into tennis. I love tennis so much. I suck at
mm,
it. Like I'm not good at tennis by any means, but like man, if I could play tennis good, I would. That would
good
be it
money
in a
too,
heartbeat.
man. Good money. Yeah. Oh, young.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Especially
me
that.
and my wife got given tickets to the Australian Open once. This is long time ago, and
Oh,
it
dude, I'm
was
jealous.
the thing that I could not believe was how hard they hit the ball and how fast it is.
Dude, I
So
knew you were gonna
fast.
say that.
It's like
Dude, I knew you were
it's
gonna
like
say
it,
that.
it's just like
Yes.
two cannons firing. Like it's just ridiculous, man.
Dude,
Like,
I know. I
yeah,
don't get it, man. Like that's what I tell Jamie too. It's like, dude, if I hit the ball that hard, it's gonna end up in a different
yeah.
continent. Like it does, I don't know how they hit
Nah,
the ball that
doesn't make
hard
sense.
and it just perfectly goes
It's
right over
so
the net.
fast.
Makes
It's
no sense.
incredible. Yeah, and it's way. You know how like some sports, even moto to some extent, especially outdoors, it looks more gnarly
Yeah.
when you're there. Like the TV takes the edge off it. Well, yeah,
Hmm.
tennis is one of those for sure. Like that you watch it and it's the sound through the TV and all that, and it's sort of like, oh, they're running around fast and that all that. But when you're there, man, it's just like it seems impossible that the guy at the other end could react to hit it back, but they
Yeah.
do. So
Especially like hard courts, like the
yeah,
Australian Open, for example. Like, dude, the pace
yeah,
is so gnarly. Like the ball is going so fast and like every surface is different, right? Like they're in grass
mm,
season now, and like the pace is so much slower, but like the ball, like the way how low they keep the ball on grass
mm,
is insane. Like it's so crazy to watch them play. And then like clay season, dude, they like are so good like with their body, like sliding around and stuff. Like it's so crazy, man. Like tennis is sick. Like I think tennis is the coolest sport. Like after motocross, I don't know.
yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, it's not something that I've watched for years. Like, there was a stage where we had a bunch of really good Aussies playing. Like Pat Rafter, and he won the US Open, like a couple of times, and or was it Leighton Hewitt? And we had a bunch of guys that were really good. But
I mean, I can name you like probably your top guys right now from Australia. I mean, Kyrgios,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know who that
yeah.
is, Nick Kyrgios, but he's been hurt, so he's kind of up and down. But like, I mean, yeah,
Oh
Alex de
yeah,
Minaur, Alexi
I know the
Popyrin.
names. Yeah,
Um, these are your Aussie guys that are good. Um, I'm kind of drawing a blank to be honest. Christopher O'Connell. Um, just some Aussies that I'm trying to think that are in the top 100. So I found out in tennis, this is why I like it so much. It's a lot like motocross when it comes to like the way they make money. So if you're not in the top 100, dude, you make like
yeah,
no money. Like you're making like pennies. And yeah, unless you're playing in these big tournaments, like you're making nothing because if you're not in the top 100, you have to play pro-ams
yeah,
essentially, right? Like which would be us
yeah,
like racing pro-ams. And like the prize purse to win one of those each weekend is like anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000, could be $15,000, but a lot of the money is up top.
yeah,
So I enjoy it a lot because I'll even follow like certain players and like watch their progress. Like I know one dude that like I like message him on Instagram. Like we've actually talked a handful of times. He's like ranked like 200th, and but he came out of college, but he's like nasty. Like he's really good, and he's like been climbing the ranks so fast. And I remember I messaged him the one day. I'm like, dude, good luck today. Like he was in the final, like his first final on the ATP tour, and he lost. And I was like, damn. So it is what it is. But yeah, I really like the way tennis works and like the ranking system. Like obviously, I think both tennis and moto should like pay more. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
mm,
it's kind of crazy that only like the top 125 tennis players in the world like only make money. But then you look at moto and it's like the top 10 or like the top 20 motocrossers in the world really make money. So it's kind of the same.
yeah. Do you have like an all-time favorite tennis player then?
Ooh, that's tough. I wouldn't say I have like a specific player that like I like really follow. I like the Americans, obviously, like try to root them on. But probably not. Oh, dude, Federer. Like I started watching tennis like his last year. I would say Roger Federer, like dude was sick. Like his just his style on the court was so awesome. I follow these Instagram accounts that show like old tennis clips, and like every time they show Roger, dude, it's just like, man, that guy was sick, dude. Like I wish I was in that era.
He seemed like a real gentleman too,
Yeah, he is. Oh yeah,
like
I
a
watched
real
like a whole
nice guy.
documentary on him.
Like even
Yeah,
the way he'd treat the ball boys and the ball girls, like just treat
yeah,
them really kind. He was very kind and that sort of thing. Like he'd hand the ball to them instead of just throwing it behind him and
right.
all that sort of stuff. Yeah, yeah, cool, man. Cool, cool. Dude, there's a couple of things I do towards the end of the show, man. I always ask the US guests to give me a best Aussie accent.
Oh my gosh. Uh, did you make Jamie do this one too?
I would have. I would have. I can't remember if she did it good or not, but I would have. Yeah.
An Aussie accent. Uh, she said she did do it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Is it you guys do shrimp on the Barbie, right? That's like a thing there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you laughing so much over there? All right. Let me lock in here. Because anytime I try to do like an accent, I'll do like the UK by accident. All right. Oh, I'm like nervous. Oi, mate, like shrimp on the Barbie.
You weren't. That's not too bad. Yeah. Yeah. Not too bad. It wasn't great, but it was. Yeah. It was. Yeah. Definitely not one of the worst ones either. It wasn't too bad. I'd give that. I'd give it a pass. Yeah. That's it, man. Yeah.
I feel like I just wasn't prepared. I've done plenty of Aussie accents, like playing on Discord and like being online with the boys, but like actually being tested, dude, it just caught me off guard.
No, that's all right. Like I said, I reckon it was a pass. It wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. That's it, man. That's it. Cool, man. And then the last thing I do, man, on the show, and it's pretty weird, and there's a backstory to it that I won't bore you with. But the outro song is me singing a bit of Kenny Rogers, And
Okay.
I always say, if you know the words to Kenny Rogers the Gambler, then you're more than welcome to join in. But most people don't, so don't feel bad if you don't know the words.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I do.
All right, man.
No.
Let's see how you go. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light, and the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're going to play the game, boy, you got to learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em,
When to hold up.
know when to
Know
fold 'em,
when to fold up.
know when to
Know
walk
when to
away,
walk away.
know
Know
when to
when to
run.
run.
You never
You
count
better
your
count
money
your money
when
when
you're
you're
sitting at
sitting
the
at
table.
the table.
There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Dude, nice. I like it when people join in. That's always
Yeah, I
that's
remember.
always the plan, but not too many do.
I remembered there towards the end of that. I was like, "Oh wait, I know the song." I just didn't know like I didn't know the main part when you were like singing like the other stuff, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew obviously like the hold up and run. I knew that whole
Yeah, yeah,
section.
yeah, yeah. That people usually at least know that little bit. Logan Leitzel, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure, man. Good luck at what do we got next? Southwick. Good luck at Southwick, man. I know you said you don't like Sandman, but I believe in you, man.
Dude, I appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries. And say good day to Jamie for us, and
Oh yeah, I will.
say good day to all the Astadios. I met Jamie's parents when they were in Australia as well, so say cheers to them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Cheers to them from Aussie Steve. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yep. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.